Hello and welcome back. I was just thinking how charming you are. You're so sweet and you got just so many charms. But now, I've got the charms. Anyway, let's talk about charms and how this innocent little hard candy became known as cursed in the military and totally done away with in the MREs by 2007. To do that, we have to go all the way back to 1940 when the Charms Candy Company of Bloomfield, New Jersey produced Charms, PK Wrigley's chewing gum, and vitamin B6 tablets in the U.S. Air Force Life RAF rations. Cannot say that again if I wanted to. So, they would have vitamin B6 tablets for other food elements, and they would have candy, the Charms, for the food energy, and then they would also have the PK Wrigley's chewing gum to keep your mouth fresh and moist. And that does sound like an emergency situation. And it was said to not open it if fish were caught, and also you couldn't open it unless you had everything gone because the candy and the vitamins were not allowed to get wet, and it was a life raft. And it was enough to feed one man for 5 to 6 days or 5 to 6 men for 1 day. That sounds awful, but we are going to try these charms. These, I believe, are the packaging from 1965. I think they're a lot newer than that. I hope they are. But these are, I don't know how they became cursed. I do actually, but let's check them out. Okay, so these would have been the star of the show. I don't even know what kind we have here. We got cherry, lime, lemon, grape, it looks like, and orange and raspberry. I'm not sure if that's all these are. You know, we'll start with this. We'll start with this red one here. They do have this cellophane wrapper on them, and see what kind this is. I could totally see these totally liquefying on a life raft. I think this is a raspberry one. I was expecting cherry. I don't know why. But that is not cherry. Anyway. So I did find a quote from 2003 from a Mr. Kenneth Wilson, who was a Marine sergeant. And he said, chew on a lemon charm, excuse me, chew on a lemon charm and you're headed for a vehicle breakdown. Lime and it's gonna rain. And he said that raspberry, for the highly superstitious, means death. So, yikes. Honestly, it tasted fine to me, and I'm not in the military, so hopefully, I'm not very superstitious, but little stitious. Anyway, but if somebody from the military could please explain why the thought process was there, and if there was any truth to it, I would love to know. So if you could just update me and just share your stories. Have you had charms? Did you remember these? Let me know in the comments. Have a good day.